Welcome to CryptoSafe. Before we begin, subscribe, like, and comment on the video as we are giving away $20 for a random person who will like this video. At the end of the month, we will announce the winner. The global market is boosted up by revolutionizing projects day by day. And now we will be talking about one such system that will be implemented. Yes, you heard it right. We will be talking about a system that feels like a significant horror for investors and common citizens. So, what can we expect of this system? What is the system all about? While we are on the topic, we will give you an insight into a couple of things you have to know about this topic. Talking about which, we have seen many cryptocurrencies hitting the market, and many of them have exhibited a great stance from the get-go, while others indeed have become trendsetters like Bitcoin and Ethereum. What if we told you the entire system will be overthrown by a different monetary system? So, a breakthrough from this concept would be the CBDC, or Central Bank Digital Currency. The currency wouldn't only induce turmoil in the decentralized digital token industry, but it will also affect the conventional paper currencies that we have been using so far. CBDC will be the biggest revolutionizing yet dreadful idea. Imagine what will happen if the typical fiat system stumbles. What will be the value of goods then? If that has caught your attention, stick on to the video till the end. CBDC, or Central Bank Digital Currency, is the most dreaded system we might have across to date. The crucial demerit with the system is that the money that will be supplied through this system, as many of us know, might as well be programmed, and there is a high chance of the team actually doing it. What does that mean to us? In a nutshell, we can say that we will only receive money in our wallet that has been pre-programmed.
Oh my God! Wow!
To put it into simpler words, let's take the example of shopping at a supermarket. If CBDC is implemented, buying commodities or items of your choice with your own money will no longer be an option if the bank doesn't give you the money programmed for the particular purchase. How does that sound? We have to keep in mind that the system is already under control and the team is believed to have set the complete supply chain under supervision. That's not all. There is more to it. What will be the value of a house, car, or an expensive watch under such circumstances? Money is indeed becoming a hot topic increasingly. Why? Inflation is to blame for it. The value of things has changed, so the capital requirement has only increased over the years. In recent years, burglary and theft cases have increased since money became a significant concern. While people have depended on advanced technology to safeguard their revenue, robbers or thieves instead focused on getting a hold of valuable items since looting money has become increasingly difficult. The evolution of cash isn't a joke. We have come to this point where the course of events we experience now isn't natural, but it's instead created and pre-planned. What will be the worst impact that will happen once CBDCs take their positions and hit the market? How will we use programmed money? All told, how will we benefit from this system? To be precise, the entire transition is closely related to the social credit system. The motivation for the change is coming from China. The central bank in the company has been experimenting with CBDC, which is considered the cash of the future, a medium that will ultimately eliminate the need for paper money.
You don't know.
Based on this system, the digital code for every virtual currency will be held in a digital wallet that can be transferred effortlessly by the wallet holder to other digital wallets owned by people. According to China's plans, the service will be licensed to 4 state banks and 3 telecommunication endeavors. Rather than functioning as cash depositories, these setups will function as wallet distributors. To make an in-store payment or transfer money, users will have to scan barcodes on their phones. Copies of customer transactions will be collected periodically by the People's Bank of China, where the data will be stored on a mixed central and blockchain database. The Chinese pilot started with the allotment of 100 million digital yuan through lotteries in 9 cities, comprising Shenzhen, Suzhou, Chengdu, Jian, and the 2022 Winter Olympics office area in Beijing. In September, the digital currency pilot had recorded around 500 million transactions with 140 million consumers. A reason why China is launching the system is because the government is focused on reducing the country's dependence on Alipay and WeChat. The system will also help decrease the development of decentralized digital currencies like Bitcoin, which questions the government's power in controlling the country's economy. All told, we also have to sink in that China isn't the only country up for the change. Countries like Sweden, Singapore, and South Korea, and 13 other countries are testing pilots. The US is also likely to follow the trend. According to the sources, the Federal Reserve Bank of Boston will be collaborating with MIT and is currently formulating a CBDC prototype.
I just don't get it. We didn't do anything wrong.
The US getting on the boat is mainly due to FOMO, or the fear of missing out. According to what we have inferred, the conventional currency will be scrapped with the emergence of CBDC. You all might be thinking, but then I can just buy my groceries with cash. The point is that cash and CBDC can't coexist. It's nearly impossible. To do so, it's rumored that very soon there will be a false flag attack on cash. Do you guys remember what Boris Johnson said at the Climate Hoax Summit in Scotland out of the blue? Cash must go for a better environment. So if we don't maintain state-friendly behavior this week, we will have to embrace punishment in the form of receiving money that you won't be able to use even for staying alive. How do they manage this? The authority will get the entire supply chain under control. The authority will be the one to decide what the merchants should receive for the products, and believe it or not, and it won't be in the form of the traditional euros or dollars that we have all toiled hard to earn. How do they become worthless? When society starts rejecting currencies as the form of exchanging goods, no one will want to adopt them, since money is solely maintained in the space as the people's trust backs it. In a nutshell, if the state says that traditional money will no longer be accepted as the legitimate form of merchandise, then it's a shutdown to the fiat system, and the old paper money will eventually end up as exhibits in the museum. Coming to the point, you guys might be wondering what will be the value of goods and how will we carry out real estate formalities. Not owning anything and staying happy kind of motto will not work well with any of us. We think the sector will implement and adopt the new monetary system where the capital is pre-programmed. So if the new financial system is not programmed to buy a house, how do we buy a house? All of these will be decided by the authority. But let's lose up a bit. Who can claim there will be programmed money to buy real estate anyway? However, if it does, high chances are big funders will only get that capital to buy a house. Since we have come so far, you all might be thinking we can just object to the implementation of such a system strongly so that we won't come to a dire situation as mentioned so far. But there's more to the story. Based on our research, 1 year before adopting the CBDC system, the authorities will forge a vast food and supply shortage. In the process, we all will gradually give up the goods and boost the scarcity. Under such a situation, people will rely on animals to survive. Meanwhile, the concept of money is the power to get anything will be overruled, because in such a period, food is money, which will have real value. So, who will care about a piece of paper? The period will then come to an end with new supplies emerging out, but if you want to get it, you will be left with only an option of either accepting these CBDCs or remaining empty-handed. At this point, people will sign up for anything since they are desperate. The globalists will become the dominant part of the community again. Hard times are approaching us much earlier than we expect. The information provided here is to enlighten our community with the truth. We hope we won't come to such a dire situation. Stay safe and protect your money. Privacy will become a scanty asset. Take action on time. With that, we have come to the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video informational and wish to see more content, please hit the like button. Do let us know your opinions in our comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and make sure to turn on the post notifications so that you always get notified whenever we post a new video. Till then, keep watching our other videos. We will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye!